Hey, what's up guys? Lost Frostbite here. Long time no see. Today we're going to be playing some historic Merfolk. It's a pretty simple list with your main win condition being just swarming the board with your lords and things like deep root waters. Marrow Regery really gives you that good value on, untapping lands and tapping enemy permanents to swing in. So I have noticed recently there have not been a lot of spell casting. A lot of the decks I'm facing are just mono red goblins. So these four miscast and four spell pierce have not been as useful as I've wanted them to be. But I mean, I'm gonna leave them in there for a bit. I might change up the spell list later. We got two Kumena just for that value engine. A lot of the top end of this deck is value engines. So just like the Regery, the Waters, Kumena, Distant Melody. You really can get out a lot of Merfolk if you're getting that Deep Root Waters out there. So this can draw you the perfect amount of cards if you don't run into a Kumena. And then there's one copy of Sleep in here. Not necessary, but it's an easy win condition in a deck like this. So I have it. It might be worth bumping up to 2, maybe taking out a Spell Pierce, or a miscast, depending on the meta. Probably miscast, just to help out with those Teferis. So keeping your negates or Spell Pierce. So we'll go ahead and get started. Currently I'm plat. Doesn't really mean much. Getting rank in this game is pretty freaking easy. So today we're facing a Fibblethip. And, 2 land hand. I will probably just keep. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep. We have a Silvergill Adept. We do want to get to 3. Ooh, there we go. That's perfect. So we'll go ahead and pay 2 for this breeding pool. Drop Kumena. Just so we can get those 2/2 swings. That's going to be super useful. He's playing Simic, which is scary. There's going to be some spell casting. Yep. Ooh, what is that? Alright. I think I might just... No, we're going to play the Deep Root. Yeah. So we're playing him, so that way with Deep Root Waters, yes, we're going to be down for another turn, because we're just going to be playing the enchantment to get more Merfolks, but it's totally going to be worth it with the Elite. Getting those counters and stacking them that heavily it's pretty busted. And I'm not going to lie, this deck isn't the best. It looks like he's holding either a flash creature in hand, maybe an ambusher, the Flash Wolf, but no matter. We'll go ahead and bring out the Deep Root Waters, swing with Kumena. The Kumena Speaker. Actually, should we? He's definitely holding a flash creature, so we won't. No attacks. Go ahead and pass. We don't lose a creature this turn, and our board can stay as wide as it needs to. Shark Typhoon. Okay. Now, as I was saying earlier, I actually haven't really played Arena in the past 2-3 sets. Throne I played for a little bit, but that was, last August. Probably was the last time I really played Arena. So go ahead and drop our Arch. And probably Regery right now. So we're going to get 2 +1/+1 counters. We'll drop 1 on Kumena. And probably drop the other on our Hexproof Merfolk. Yeah. So it might have been a good idea to drop it on the Deep Root Elite, but we'll just swing with Kumena right now. We could have double swung if we had, but there's the Flash, Brazen Borrower. I guess perfect time to counter. Why not? I don't see it being very useful in his deck. Miscast. And so yeah, as I was saying, I don't know a lot of the deck lists. I don't know a lot of the new cards. I've just been Merfolking and mono blue tempoing my way up to the ranks. So it hasn't even taken that long either. I've only really lost a few matches. Another Marrow Regery. This might be worth dropping instead of Kumena. Kumena is a really good value engine. We'll be getting a lot of stuff out of him, but I'm definitely gonna drop this. So we'll go ahead and tap. Ooh, or we can untap Islands and cast Kumena as well, which is the perfect reason why, or not Kumena, but you guys know what I mean, the Silvergill Adept, which is the perfect reason why, you know, they're such value engines. They're so great in a deck like this. We'll go ahead and plus one another one of the Merfolk. Drop the Silvergill Adept. We will tap this land and tap this shark and swing in for a lot. So, not gonna lie, don't want to take the time to calculate the damage, but I'm just gonna go full swing because why not? You get to draw a card. This is another +1/+1. We'll go ahead and throw it on you. It's an unclaimed territory. Might as well drop it this turn. I mean, yeah, he knows what we have in hand. Yeah, this is lethal. Easily. There we go. Easy win. Very wide board. And I wouldn't say, you know, he got screwed out of his deck. You know, he was able to get things going. I'm not really sure what he had in hand. He did have a lot of spells in hand. But we'll go ahead and give it another game. So yeah, pretty fun. I've always loved Merfolk and Historic Merfolk. I'm hoping they bring us some good cards via the... Oh shoot, what's it even called? Where you pay like... You pay a lot, like $30, and they give you a playset of a bunch of cards they're just throwing in Historic. I think it's a playset, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't bought any. So looking at this hand, we don't have a lot to ramp us up there in power, but I think I'm gonna keep it, pray off the Silvergill Adept, turn 2, and then we have the Trickster to deal with any issues that they give us. So we'll go ahead and drop the Mistcloak Herald as I take a sip of water. Maybe mono white enchantments. I think that's a deck list. Go ahead and drop the Silvergill Adept. Showing the Trickster, which it sucks. It always sucks to show off a Trickster early on, but you gotta do it, you gotta do it. It might have been worth to hold a land so we can counter stuff. Yeah, they are playing enchantments or auras. Go ahead and drop that forest. And do we double swing? I think we do. No, we won't. We'll keep it. Swing in for 1. It is worth to get stuff off their board, but we do have a Spell Pierce, so we can't counter that. Which is one of the negatives of Spell Pierce. These cheap auras. Yeah, we'll go ahead and keep it. When it enters battlefield, tap target. Okay. Before we move on, I'm just gonna Merfolk Trickster. Actually, okay. It is worth saying, do I Trickster, let them go through, and kill the Life's Bounty? I definitely don't. Go ahead and Trickster now. Resolve. See if she gives protection, which she can. So that way I can't target the Spirit Dancer. They sacrifice a creature, but I still have a body. Yeah, she is. Or I do not have a body, because it's going to have protection from blue. Okay. That's fine. That only lasts for a turn, and we're not really getting any gas right now. So we'll go ahead and sit on these creatures, use them as bodies for when they play stuff. They got a Doggo. Gains Indestructible. See, really helps. I'm learning these decks. Can we Spell Pierce? We will resolve the first. And we will Spell Pierce that. Because we can, and we don't need them to get more value out of this. For bounce effects, let's see. This deck does not have any. Brazen Borrower is in my Mono Blue Tempo deck. So it's a great card, as you all know. It's played in a lot of different decks. And whew, we are getting all the lands we didn't get last game. So I guess we'll sit out another turn, see if we can pick up something. And if we can't, probably just surrender and move on to the next one. Hushbringer. No ETBs. Ooh, that's really, really powerful against our deck. Yeah, we'll probably just call it here. Good game. So, call it here so we can get in another one. Maybe another 2. Yeah, definitely the miscasts were not that useful that game. I mean, a lot of these auras are so cheap that even Spell Pierce isn't that useful. It might be better to throw some, you know, more off the ground instant speed interaction. So my next video, guys, probably gonna be mono blue tempo since I already have the deck. Last Merfolk video I posted literally got like nothing, and I had some person in the comments. I had one person, but the video had like less than 20 views, so I'm hoping this one does better. You know, I haven't posted in a long time, and it's historic. Historic is so much more fun than standard because I can actually use my cards. I cannot wait until Amonkhet comes out oh, this is a perfect hand to keep. I can't wait till Amonkhet comes out and we can use those cards in that set. I mean, I hope they let us keep the cards that we used to have, but even if they don't, I'll be pretty happy. Because Amonkhet, Hour of Devastation, I think Kaladesh as well, all of those, just beautiful. I forgot that Rekindling Phoenix wasn't even in that set. It was from the set prior. Okay, perfect. Enter tapped. Or not set prior. It was from Ixalan. So, always a card I forget about. And given it was so prevalent early on. So, Mono Green Elves has been a powerhouse. This deck can do so much. So, we'll drop the Deep Roots. We're going to need to get off the ground fast. Because once they drop that Nissa, it's... Ooh, Cavalier of Thorns, too. Just playing a lot of lands. What was that? Beanstalk Giant? Ugin? Ugin goes to the graveyard. But to be honest, they probably have an Ugin in hand. So I guess we'll see. Fabled Passage. I have one copy of Fabled Passage. I think it's in my commander deck right now. Should probably switch that over. We have 3 Marrow Rejuries. So that's really going to help us keep them away. We will not attack. Let's see. Next turn we can Harbor, Solemn Simulacrum. They just got all the lands, all the land tutors. Yeah, they're definitely hooving. They're either gonna hoof or they're gonna Final Devastation. And I've noticed these decks play, they only play like 2 finals. Finale? It's probably Finale, not Final. Let's see, a Beanstalk Giant. Or they could just play a huge Beanstalk Giant. That's a good one too. So we'll go ahead and take the 5. Both of these have way too much value in them for me to want to get rid of it. We'll drop the Rejury, untap a Harbor, take action. We can throw a +1/+1 counter on this Rejury. Then we'll drop another Harbor. Now, do we drop the Mistbinder or do we get the card draw? I think we're going to drop the Mistbinder. Oh, we could actually do both. We'll go ahead and untap that, and untap that, take action, drop that, put a +1/+1 counter on. That's gonna have a lot, so we probably just want to stack up this Rejury. We'll go ahead and reveal you, submit, untap a Harbor, and then we'll go ahead and tap you. Now this is word. Do we just swing for 8? Or 12, I mean? I guess we'll just swing for 12. We have a body to stack with. So even, and I mean, it's not like the Beanstalk Giant's gonna have haste. And it's only an 8/8. We already have an 8/8 on board. We do have interaction if they play an Ugin. How much does Ugin cost? 8? Yeah, 8. They have 9 mana on board. So we can counter an Ugin. They do play the Beanstalk Giant. And they surrender. Good game. Yeah, we had the other Reejerey in hand, so 2 more taps. And then we just easily swing for lethal. So we'll go ahead and get one more game in here. One of the benefits of playing Historic right now is a lot of these games go really fast. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Bant control, and I was prepared for it initially, but when I started playing Historic was literally right after the Astrolabe ban in Modern. So, I don't know, maybe that turned people off. This is a 2-land hand, but with a lot of just 2 mana, 1 mana spells. So, I think we're going to keep it for the fun of it. We don't get to Kumena turn 1 unless we get a breeding pool, or, a breeding pool. But we'll just keep it and pray. They mulligan down. And they're playing the Thriving Lands. Ooh. Drop that island. Turn 2, I might just Silvergill Adept to pray that we can, go a little deeper into our deck. But we'll see what they play. So they're blue-green. Huh. Lana Warelf. What a surprise. And another tap land. Okay. Nah, I'd rather just get creatures on the board. Oh, actually, that was a bad idea. I should have just Silvergill Adepted. It's fine, though. Because if I Silvergill Adept, I can just get more value off of my Deep Root. Or sorry, I said that way wrong. I should have Deep Rooted, so that way I can play Merrow Reejerey the next turn, and then everything's just value from then on. This turn, if I don't draw a land, which will really suck, then I'm going to have to Silvergill Adept. Or I could Deep Root and set myself back a turn. We don't draw a land. I am just going to Deep Root and set myself back a turn. And then double swing. See if he sacks the elf. He does not, so we get the nice little 3 damage. And he is playing a triple color deck with basic swamps, too. Ooh. This might be... Ooh, this is totally Field of the Dead. He's totally looking for a Field of the Dead. This has to be. Black. Okay. We do get a land. Very lucky. We'll play the Reejerey. Drop a +1/+1 on Mistcloak. And then go ahead and swing with all of them, because we need to get out there before that Field of the Dead does. We do have a lot of pump, and we can tap a lot. So if we can get a land... I might next turn drop a Silvergill Adept, pray for the land. He drops a Shark Typhoon with only 3 mana on the board. Gifts of Paradise. Okay. That's pretty nice. We get a breeding pool. I'm gonna pay for this. And then we'll drop the Silvergill, reveal a Merfolk. We'll reveal you. Submit. And then we'll tap this bad boy, take action. Nice. To be honest, I don't know if we have lethal on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think he had 13 health. We would have just pumped, and he probably called it from there. Easy pump. So there you go, guys. Some historic Merfolk, which, like I said, really fun to play, and a super easy deck list. I mean, a lot of these cards I already had from playing my last Merfolk deck, and did Sleep even come up once? So, I don't think it did. I might want to throw another Sleep in there. Distant Melodies never came up, but we got to see, I don't even think we got to see the Kumena value. But you did see a lot of the Merrow Reejerey value, way too much of the Deep Root value. Deep Root Elite also was in, I believe, all the games. Maybe it missed out on one of them, but this card, straight gas. Like, pumping up, first of all, your 2/2 for 1 mana, or pumping up stuff like the Mistcloak Herald. All really good. So, as you saw, the miscast I mean, it had a good moment, and there was, I believe, one moment where Spell Pierce could have been more useful, or sorry, a 2 mana counterspell could have been more useful, but you know, Spell Pierce, maybe I drop one or two of them to throw in some harder counter spells. Same thing with Miscast. And there's always argues for like Dive Down. Dive Down's an amazing spell. So opt, obviously, to get through your deck. I do lose out on cards a lot if I can't draw that Kumena or Distant Melody. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next video will probably be Mono Blue Tempo. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comment section below. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.